What is up, everybody? I am Get Flanked, and today I have some early access gameplay for you of Operation Burnt Horizon. Ubisoft was nice enough to fly me out to Montreal and allow me to play the operation early, and today I want to go over one of the new operators that's coming next season. It is Mozzie. He is the defender. I'm going to go over his loadout. I'm going to show you some gameplay with him. I'm going to give you my initial impressions and thoughts of Mozzie and just allow you to get a good idea of what this operator is going to be like so you can decide if this is somebody you're going to enjoy playing. Now, before we get into Mozzie's loadout and the basics, one kind of overall statement I'll say about Mozzie is he is a lot of fun to play, and in fact, he might end up being my new main on defense, and it has to do with him just being a lot of fun to play, having a gadget that I think is useful no matter what site you're at, and just providing a different kind of experience than we've ever seen from any of the defenders in this game. And I'll explain what I mean by that as we go along, but the overall statement I'll say with Mozzie is that he's a lot of fun to play, and I think he could be a very powerful operator. Okay, with that said, let's get into Mozzie's kit. And the first thing you want to say about Mozzie, he's a 2 armor, 2 speed defender. As far as his unique gadget, it's called the Pest Launcher, and basically it's a device where he can launch these bots, these spider-looking bots that latch on to enemy drones and allow him to take over those drones and control them himself. It'll also allow teammates to spectate those drones. So basically the way it works is he can shoot them on a doorway or beside a drone hole, and if a drone comes into its area of effect, that bot will jump onto that drone and take it over. From that point, he can now control that drone. He can also shoot the bots directly onto a drone. Getting a direct hit will take over that drone as well. So a couple different ways that he can use it. He can set it down and forget about it, or he can see a drone and actually shoot it onto it, take it over on the fly as well. Now, it should be said that Mozzie has 3 of those bots available to him. If he shoots one, he can pick it up as long as it hasn't actually taken over a drone. Once the bot takes over a drone, it cannot be used again. So you can have a maximum of 3 drones that Mozzie can take over from the attackers per round. Getting into Mozzie's loadout, he has 2 primary weapons available to him. The first one we're going to talk about is the Commando 9, and while he is a defender, this is actually classified as an assault rifle, or I guess a carbine, similar to how Jaeger has a carbine on defense, Vigil has a carbine on defense. So the Commando 9 falls into that category as well, and you can see there it is high damage for a defender weapon. It has a damage of 36 with a fire rate of 750 and a capacity of 25. The recoil on it isn't bad, not really bad at all. This gun really reminds me a lot of Vigil's K1A, which again is another one of those carbines. It has very similar damage, very similar fire rate, a little bit lower capacity than the K1A, but overall this weapon really reminded me of that. It also has one of the coolest reload animations we've ever seen in the game. The other primary weapon that Mozzie has available to him is the P10 Roni, and this is his submachine gun. You can see there it does less damage than the Commando at 26, but it has a fire rate of 950, which is a pretty high fire rate, and a capacity of 19. That's really the big thing that's going to hold this weapon back. I felt like whenever I was using it, I kind of liked it. I felt like the recoil was very manageable, but that magazine capacity is frustrating. If you look at this weapon compared to Bandit's MP7, it has a similar fire rate, but Bandit's MP7 does more damage and also has that much bigger magazine capacity. So I think this weapon can be good. I felt comfortable using it, but I don't know that it's going to be the play that I will go with over the Commando. Now, as far as the attachment options on both of his primary weapons, nothing out of the ordinary other than that P10 Roni has kind of a unique holographic sight that's just a little different than normal. Other than that, he doesn't have any ACOGs available to him on either of those weapons. All the foregrip, vertical grip, all of that stuff is normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary there. Moving on to Mozzie's secondary option, he has a shotgun and a pistol secondary available to him. The shotgun reminds me a lot of the shotgun that Mira and Jackal have available to them as far as the amount of soft destruction it does. The only difference is it only has a capacity of 3, so that kind of limits how much and how quickly you can do soft destruction with this. But I wanted to make it clear that it's not like this is the Bailiff that Alibi and Maestro have. It does much better soft destruction than what that does and allows you to open hatches and everything really quickly. So this is a really viable option, and one of the things that really makes me gravitate towards Mozzie is the fact that he has this soft destruction available, and I really enjoy playing operators that have that, as you guys have seen with me playing Jackal and stuff like that. The pistol secondary is called the SDP 9mm. Not really sure why you would want to run that when you could bring the shotgun, but still it is an available option there for you. Now, to round out Mozzie's kit, he does have barbed wire or nitro cell available to him. That nitro cell will pair very well with his gadget. You can take over drones, spot people through floors, and then throw the nitro cell vertically to get kills that way. I would see more people running that, but still, if you want to bring barbed wire, you do have that option with Mozzie as well. Okay, that's about it for Mozzie's kit, and I just want to say that I think that his loadout and everything combined is really, really good. The fact that he's a 2 armor 2 speed allows him to play a lot of different ways. The fact that that gadget can be used on any site in the game, anytime attackers are using drones, they'll have to worry about his gadget, can make him very strong. I think that commando is a good weapon. The secondary shotgun is a very good option for him, and then the barbed wire nitro cell combo is one of the more desirable for defenders. So overall, I think that Mozzie's kit is really strong. Okay, now let's get into some gameplay, and I'm just going to let a round play out here. You'll see me playing as Mozzie on the new map that's coming with Burnt Horizon. You'll see me use his gadget to get a couple of different drones, to get a couple kills with those drones, and then we'll come back in after this clip. We'll break down his gadget a little bit more. I'll tell you how it can be countered, how it interacts with some other operators in the game.
10 seconds left. Down to 5 seconds. Op 4 located a bomb. Protect it. Op 4 has located a bomb. Get ready to engage.
C4 deployed.
Sending toxin!
Op 4 located a bomb. Protect it. Op 4, last operator standing. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
Okay, now on the screen you're going to see us doing a little bit of testing with Mozzie's gadget and the drones that Mozzie captures to see how we can tell the difference as an attacker. And the important thing to know is, as an attacker, when you have a friendly drone, it's going to have the red light when it's being operated as normal. When the defenders have captured a drone and they're operating it, it's going to have a blue light. And you're seeing that on the screen right now. One is red, that's friendly, that's a normal drone. The blue light means that it has been captured by a Mozzie trap and that the defenders are operating it. You can see now I throw an EMP grenade and that it actually disables a drone that Mozzie has captured for a short period of time, and then it'll come back up. Now, it is important to know that if Mozzie throws one of his traps beside a door and I throw an EMP on that, it will destroy it permanently, okay? So it only disables for a short period of time a drone that Mozzie has already captured, but it will permanently disable and take away one of those Mozzie bots if it hasn't captured a drone yet. A couple other things to mention as far as Mozzie and the drones that he captures. Once Mozzie captures a drone, that drone is gone to the attackers. They can no longer spectate or control it. If Dokkaebi hacks the cameras, the attackers will then be able to spectate that drone again, but no longer control it, just like any other camera in the game, other than Echo drones, of course. And IQ will actually be able to spot captured drones. Once a drone is captured, those drones will show up on IQ's scanner. So that's important stuff to know. Yes, Mozzie can capture Twitch drones, and once he does, he has full control of that Twitch drone as well as the shocks that are available. If those shocks have already been used, then he won't have any left on that drone itself, but he can destroy enemy gadgets with it, he can shock enemies with it, he can shock teammates with it. The other thing that I would say is that if you take a drone outside that's been captured by Mozzie, you only have a short amount of time before you lose signal and have to bring it back in, or else it'll just completely lose signal. So you can't run around the outside of a map with a Twitch drone shocking everybody, so keep that in mind. His gadget does actually do friendly or enemy damage whenever you're shooting it. I think it's about 5 damage, so it's actually a very good down tool. If a teammate needs reset, you can down them with this very, very easily and get them back up to 50 health. You can kill somebody with it, but it takes an extremely long time. Now on the screen right now, you're seeing what it looks like to be a defender on the same team as a Mozzie whenever he captures a drone. You can see that drone kind of has a blue aura, so that'll alert you, hey, don't shoot this drone, this is a friendly drone. As far as what you can do with a teammate on that drone, you can get on and spectate it, just like you can as a teammate on an attacker's drone. You can get on, you can spectate, you can rotate the field of view a little bit, but you can't actually move that drone. Only Mozzie can control those drones as far as moving them from one room to another. The only other really interesting interaction I can think of off the top of my head is mute jammers. A drone that's been captured in a mute jammer, Mozzie can still capture and control. That mute jammer will have no effect on Mozzie's ability to capture that drone. And the other thing I would say is that you do get a little bit of a warning. If you're an attacker with a drone and you're getting close to one of those bots that have been deployed on a drone hole or a door, you get a little bit of a warning on your screen telling you you're getting close, but it's not as significant as a mute jammer from my experience. So keep that in mind. As far as my overall thoughts on Mozzie, I said in the beginning, I think that he's very fun. I think it's somebody that I'm going to spend a lot of time playing. I don't know that he's necessarily like the strongest operator. We'll see how he plays out as far as his gadget. I don't think we really know yet how strong that gadget's going to be. I think that players will adapt and they'll be more careful with their drones, especially at the higher level. So we'll have to see how easy it is for Mozzie to get drones throughout the course of a round and how strong that gadget is. I mean, there is a case to be made that if Mozzie captures 2 drones, what's the difference between him and Echo? You can use Echo to do a lot of the same things and have some additional benefits. But with Mozzie, you're not going to be on a 1 armor, you're going to be on a 2 armor. And I just feel like Mozzie can play a little bit more aggressive with those drones and do a lot of different things. And then there's also the fact that attackers don't necessarily know that that drone is an enemy drone. And that can be different, you know, unless you're actually using it at the time they see it, they might not ever really know that they're being watched. They might not think of it. And I think that's an element that can be really strong with Mozzie. So we'll have to see how Mozzie plays out. Again, I think he's very fun. Somebody I see myself spending a lot of time on, and I think we'll just have to kind of see how strong he's going to end up being in the main game. So that's pretty much it for the video. I'll be doing the same thing here for Gridlock, which is the attacking operator that's coming with Burnt Horizon. Once that video is out, I'll link it in the top right hand corner of the screen right now. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and do that if that video is out. If you all enjoyed this video, please make sure that you like and subscribe, and I'll have more coming your way here soon.